This video is sponsored by sneakerimpact.com. Take a second, look in your closet, see how many shoes you got. If you don't feel like trying to list those shoes and resell those shoes and you simply want to get them out of your closet, visit sneakerimpact.com, hit the contact button or the recycle button, and you can begin your recycling journey. They will send you a free packing slip, and all you have to do, fill the bag, drop it off, and that's it. Sneakerimpact.com. Check them out. Hey, what's up, y'all? Back with another video, trying to make sure I get these in, and primarily because I got the shoe a year ago, and my daughter took it, and it was in her room, and it was just sitting in her room, and I had never done a video for 1, 2, 3. You see the V. The 35, the Jordan 35 dropped, and if you know anything, I'll show you guys how to open the box, of course. It's a little bit raggedy. I mean, it's been in her room forever, and it slides open. Matter of fact, see if I can hold this and do this without everything falling apart here. And that's how it slides open. And you'll note that there's a QC stamp inside of the lid right there, and that QC stamp reads 10/06/2022. Go figure. So let me drop this down. 10/06/2022. Oh, it's 20. The 22 is at the end. It looks like that's what it means, but 10/06/20 is the date. 10/06/20. Now we open this up, and you can see clearly now the 35 on here, and in the chevron, this V is 5. So Roman numerals, of course. Let's get the shoe out, and this is the bread colorway of this Jordan 35. Now, when Jordan brand made these, the paper has these check kind of hash marks, you know, just checks on it. No, it's not checks, but boxes. It's like a grid, and I keep saying checks, and I didn't intend to say checks that many times. But let me close this back up. Matter of fact, you have to close this side first, and then close this side. I'm going to leave that there. And then we're going to get to a close-up of this, because the style cues on the shoe that you need to see, every Jordan, since they started doing the 30 series, there was no 30. There was a 28, it was Jordan 2012. Okay, nope, not that far back. There was not a 30. No, there wasn't even, there was a 31. I think I have to go back in my files. If you go back on these videos, I probably got a 31, 32 in there. But no, yeah, there was a 31, because 31 actually had a swoosh that was digitized on it. It wasn't a real swoosh that you could touch. It was in the fabric of the shoe, and the colorways all looked similar to OG colorways of the Jordan 1. So what Jordan brand is doing, they're taking the original series of the shoes, and they're putting an element onto the new shoes that will remind you of that model from the original shoes that Jordan, from 1 to 14, I'm going to assume that's what they're going to do. Because this is the 5, you'll immediately notice what? The tongue. You'll notice the tongue. So I close that up. I'm going to go in the video and make sure I put the dates of production, because I have to look at the tag and go to that. So let me see, as far as the dates of production, the small code is VP, and that's made in Vietnam. And the dates of production are 04/29/22. Make sure I got that right. 09/17/20. So 09/17/20. And you can look at what's next to me on one of my sides to figure out if that date lines up. But let's go to the tag itself, the Air Jordan 35. And I think this shoe was $185. I think it was $185. And when it did originally ship, it shipped with a little piece of foam over the back of these. But like I said, my daughter's had these in her room since last year. I didn't even know. I had no idea. And I think I just discovered a Kobe code on this thing. Sure did. There's a Kobe code here on the side, on the shoe. And hopefully I'll be able to move the camera up close enough so you can see that. It's also a small code. Is that a 3 or what? Nah, it's just something weird. But there's a kind of a, I don't know why a Kobe code would be on this shoe. Oh, it's not the Kobe code, that's the Jordan. That's the word Jordan. And it was on, which shoe does it have the dots on it to make the Jordan? Gosh, I can't remember. Can't remember. Anyway, sorry about all the pausing. You'll see really interesting style cues when I get to the close-up on the shoe that will basically tell you exactly how this shoe looks like the Jordan 5. And beginning with the net on the toe, all of that. Anyway, let's get to the box. Like I said, Air Jordan 35, black, fire red, reflective silver. You know that color from the 5. Style code CQ4227-030. So we got the QC stamp on the inside. We did our tag. Let's get to the close-up and a bunch of small cues on here. And I have to hit them all. And hopefully I will. Hopefully I'll hit all of them and you'll be like, yeah, Chris, you got all of those. So 23 on the tongue, which actually is a homage to 6 rings. 6 rings here. We need a close-up because there's a lot on the shoe. So let's get to it. Close-up. All right, so we got our close-up, and like I said, I need to get to all of these small details that will remind you of the Jordan 5. So let's start at the heel and work our way up. You see the Nike Air at the heel. It's on a flap instead of being flat on the back of the heel. On the opposite side, you have the Jumpman. Now, on the Jordan 5, you remember around the collar where you have the kind of bubbles where your cushion is around the collar for your Achilles tendon, where your Achilles sits in here. And if you look right there, your Achilles is slotted directly in that space. All right, you see it? You see how my finger slips in there? Right. All right, so I said that Jordan logo is here on the side. You can see it better here. Now, I said it was Kobe code, but I do have to remember that there were Jordan shoes that had this on the side. You can see a slight hyperfuse underneath here at the toe, but you see the net, and that net is reminiscent of the Jordan 5. Now, as we move down, you can clearly see the 3M metallic tongue from the Jordan 5. But here on the tongue, you also have 6 dots, 6 rings, right? The 23 here, 6. The slashes, even though you see the 23 clearly, but you also see the 6 rings in that logo. Trying to remember the other cues that you can see. I'm not sure of what this is and what that logo is. Just not positive about that. All right. You can see the air bags underneath. Right? You can see the airbag here. So you get that zoom air on both sides, and you can see the shape of it, but it's very rare that we really get to see the bag on a Jordan shoe in this way. Right? You see dust on it, man. It's just been sitting in my daughter's room. It's crazy. Now, on the back of the tongue, you have that 35. And then the red V signals that it's 35. Right? What else is there? Anything else to kind of give you? Let's look at a medial shot, because you haven't seen that. And I'm going to spin this joker around so you can see the heel. You got the cement. Splatter, the paint splatter around the midsole. Give you that left shoe. You can once again see the Jordan. And I'm positive that's Jordan, man. I really hate to be wrong, but I know you guys will correct me on that. But let me give you the outsole one more time. And this bread colorway of the Air Jordan 35 took me a long time to get to it. Sometimes that's just the way it is. I will see you guys on the next one. Did I give you a look at the front? The tongue all leaning, funny, crazy. But great shoe, man. This reminds me of the Kobe. I just realized that I just saw it here at the front. I was trying to remember what looked like this at the toe. And it was that weird spaceship Kobe that kind of looked like this. But that suede It's just a nice suede. It's a great shoe. It's a good hooping shoe. That's it. Jordan brand, Jordan 35. See you guys on the next one. Peace.